Lady yields back. I now recognize Mr. Meuser from the great state of Pennsylvania for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, very much, and thanks very much to our witnesses. Certainly a very important subject. I travel my district, I travel my state, and sadly, here in 2025, maybe 20% of my district has very poor broadband service, and it's ridiculous. There's a lot of money going towards it, federal money, state money. The management of it is awful. I know in Pennsylvania, our current governor set up an initiative 2 years ago, that sounded good, but really accomplished nothing. Nothing has improved. But I'm not just going to blame our state leadership. I mean, this has been the case. This should have been improved 5 years ago, 10 years ago. So that's why now, Ms. Westbrook, in your state of Minnesota, let me just ask on a scale of 1 to 10, because a lot of money goes towards this. I mean, $1.5 billion. And I know how my Democrat colleagues just say, oh, yeah, we just need more money. Just give us more money. That's great, okay? But nothing is improving with the money that has gone. Now, there's been $1.5 billion sent to Pennsylvania over the last 3 years. And again, zero improvement. How's Kansas developing? Or excuse me, Minnesota.
Yeah, so in Minnesota, I would say that our Office of Broadband has done a remarkable job in our state grant programs. I believe they've been allocated extremely well. Although I will say that there are providers that take the money and then they don't build out the project. They say they're going to do it, and then 3 years later, people are still waiting for that.
Right. They go where the money is.
Absolutely.
They can do more hookups, right? So the language is written terribly for rural broadband. It's not restrictive enough. So you give it a good rating. Go on.
I give our office a good rating.
Okay.
I would say this, that we have to be very careful, again, of who's getting that money. If you look across the country in rural communities where there are cooperatives and family owns that are local to those communities, that money is being spent correctly. When you start looking at how it goes into certain corporations, that's when things start to stray a little, in all honesty.
Okay.
And so,
Thank you.
Yep.
Mr. Todd, same question.
In Kansas, the KOBD has managed federal funds that have been allocated to the state. And I would say a majority of those programs or projects have been fiber-based. Now, I won't say that all of them have been fiber-based. I would like to say that were the case. The fiber infrastructure is what will last, and that's what makes the difference.
Is that more money? Is that a lot more money?
It does cost more money, yes, sir. And in order to reach customers that are not connected, I understand the need for fixed wireless or other means, just as was described earlier. But at the end of the day, whenever a fiber project can be funded, that makes the difference.
Okay, Mr. Worf, I'm going to get to you in a second. What else is holding it back besides the misallocation? You know, there are some that say the prevailing wage issues in states like Pennsylvania, some of the deregulation that's taking place under the Trump administration should improve things. Mr. Worf, I'll turn to you with that. What are the issues standing in the way besides the misallocation of federal funds and state funds that truly are allocated for rural broadband?
Well, Congressman, I'm not a person who installs rural broadband, so I can't speak too much to that. But from the boots on the ground perspective as an end user, I think it's just the complexity of it. People have mentioned terrain. In a lot of parts of Michigan, it's very hilly, and so point to point becomes more of an issue. And it's just a matter of getting those projects funded, getting these things going, and getting the cable into the ground, for lack of a better way to put it.
And we have the same issue in my district, the hills, it's what you hear, and that's where, of course, fiber would come in and overcome that issue. Is that your thought as well in Kansas?
Well, fortunately, we don't have the mountains to deal with in Kansas.
Right.
We have the Flint Hills in the eastern part of the state.
Right.
But quite honestly, fiber does overcome those challenges wherever you can deploy it.
Okay. Ms. Furman, you have anything to say on this broad question?
Sure, I'll just add that we're working in 4 states, Illinois, Kentucky, Tennessee, and Alabama, and I commend all 4 broadband offices for working very, very hard. They've been given a hard task, and they've worked very hard to execute. A few of the things that we run into that cause delays are occasionally permitting issues, railroads especially, sometimes, you know, and I'm absolutely for environmental review.
Sorry, thank you. I've run out of time.
Oh,
I yield
okay.
back, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.